Hi Virgo or cross watcher. Welcome to Magpie Moonchild. This is my channel. My name is Kayleigh. This is going to be a general read for the zodiac sign of Virgo. If that's your sun sign and this doesn't resonate, then absolutely check your natal chart. I will put a link below. And have a look, see what other signs are in your chart. For example, I'm a Cancer sun, Libra moon, Scorpio rising, and my Venus was in Taurus when I was born. Make of that what you will. If you're a cross watcher, i.e. this isn't your sign, you're looking because you want to see what somebody else is up to, or could be coming up with regards to a partner, you are absolutely welcome here. By the way, there is no judgment in that. It's quite sensible to know what's coming up or what might be going on in somebody else's situation. You're more than welcome here. Whether you're a cross watcher or a Virgo, please remember that the roles can be reversed within the reading. So if this is a love reading and it's about you and a partner, then absolutely. If I'm saying Leo, but you're the cross watcher and it resonates more with your side than Leo, then the roles can be reversed. Likewise, if you're a Leo and I'm saying Leo and that's not resonating, that's more about the person you're dealing with, then you could be the other person. What else is there? The cards that I'm using. The cards that I'm using, look at this beautiful girl. Are Tarot of the Hidden Realm. Again, I will link that below. I have 2 sets of oracle cards with me. If I feel the need to pull one, I will. Sometimes it's a nice way to round up a reading, you know, have a bit of an oracle message. Something Spirit wants to tell you. May or not be related directly to the reading itself. It may just be a token at the end. You know, like the extra at the end of a Marvel film. We lost Stan Lee yesterday. That actually broke my heart a little bit. A lot. The guy was a legend. Maybe you feel that too, Virgo. He was amazing. What he did, he was so funny. Such a clever guy. But, you know, he was never the same after his wife died. Anyway, Virgo. So yeah, that can be like your Easter egg. That little Stan Lee cameo or the clip at the end to give you a teaser for what's coming in the next one. Although it won't necessarily be a teaser for what's coming in your next reading. Anyway, as with any divination reading, back to housekeeping, as with any divination reading, you should never take it completely on its own as a sole base for any major life decision. If required, take the relevant medical, financial, business, expert advice required to make that decision. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all of it. I think that's everything. Get down to this, shall we, Virgo? Because I kind of just want to do it. Sometimes it's romance, sometimes it's business. Business? Maybe this is going to be business. I meant work-based, career-based, money-based. Maybe this is business. Who knows? Or maybe you're in love and you mean business. Anyway, let's have a look. Oh, there's too many of those. There's about 8 just fallen out, and that's not, I've not even started the reading, so. Okay, can I have the cards, please, for Virgo for the 15th of November through to the 30th of November, please. 15th to the 30th. 15th to the 30th. Oh, there we go, there's one. Okay, let's go from there. Okay, so at the moment, some sort of, I want to say karma. I'm very much getting that there is something legal outstanding, Virgo. Just because you've got the Justice card, which to me is legal, decision-making, divorce, a major decision, a major life legal process. And you've also got the Nine of Swords, which is the up and worry, overthinking, over processing. And you've got the Five of Pentacles, which is out in the cold. So it could be, there's a child there, so I'm getting that it could be to do with contact, family contact. You know, co-custody, custody, divorce and a custody battle, or how much maintenance you should provide for the child if you've separated, or the legal situation. You could be getting sued for something, and it's very much, it could leave you in a state of poverty. It's going to affect you financially, it's going to affect your home, or you fear that it's going to. It won't necessarily do that. You just, this is very much up at night. You know, when you're up at, you wake in the night and you just can't get back to sleep, and all you keep thinking about over and over and over and over and over and over again is that this is going on. That's very much what I'm getting. Good news is though, look, if you look, there's a feather there, and there's feathers all around here, and there's an owl up there. There is somebody on the other side, wise, somebody wise and sensible over there, guiding you. Every time you see a feather, a white feather, that is your family member telling you that they are indeed with you and that they are watching over you. You are not alone. You are not out in the cold. Somebody is there fighting your corner as much as they can from where they are. You feel very much alone. Very much like you have no way to turn. This person isn't alone. If you look, there's somebody there with them. And they may feel out in the cold, and may feel like they're in a position of poverty. They may feel like just like a child wanting their mother. So maybe it's your mother watching over you if she's passed over, or a little sister or a big sister. There's a lot of divine female energy around you, spiritual energy. But justice is firm and fair, so let's get a few more before I... Whoop, that one wanted to go. Well, that's positive. Yeah, okay. This could very much go in your favour. I'm getting that you have, if you've been through a few, if it's a divorce, you've been through a few of these hearings and they've not always gone your way. Bam, this is the blasted beach. This is like the tower. So it's going to feel very much like there is nothing worth fighting for. There is nothing, it's not going to go in your way. This is, the tower is very much rocked to the roots. Like everything you knew about this other person that is on the other side, you don't know them anymore. They are just a different person to you. They just, you sort of think, how could the person that I fell in love with be like this? Or how did they change so much? Where did it go? Where did that come out of nowhere? I get it was a very sudden request. I'm getting it's a divorce, and it was a very sudden request, and it came out of nowhere, and you're thinking, where did that come from? Where did that come from? Why are you suddenly suing me? Why are you suddenly divorcing me? Why are you suddenly... Where did that come from? I thought we weren't like that. The good news is that it should lead to something happier. I mean, the Ace of Cups is a peak experience, and also if this is a long ongoing battle, because the Six of Wands is all about victory. So, you know, that in the Rider Waite, they're walking, it's the soldier on the thing celebrating the fact that they won. Isn't this a glorious victory? Isn't this wonderful? And you're going to feel justified, relieved. All of a sudden, something's going to happen. I get the feeling that at the moment, it feels like it's not going your way. This ongoing battle that you're having with someone, this ongoing argument, legal situation where you're being sued or divorced or you want custody, all of a sudden out of nowhere something's going to happen, something's going to come in, some information's going to come in, and it's going to leave you in a much more fulfilled, emotionally fulfilled. You might even be on the upside of this. Like if you've been fighting for contact with your children and it's been no, 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 some piece of information is going to come in and you're going to have contact with your child again. Or it's very much going to be a victory of some kind that is going to make you feel relieved. I mean, you think you know how long you've been up at night, stewing it over and over and over. You're not sleeping. You might not even be eating properly. You've struggled. If this is about a maintenance calculation, I worked in the CSA at one point, and it take a while to go through. I mean, they are overworked up there. I know it doesn't help you on your end, but you know, the person on the end of the phone is doing their best. And you've had a change in job. You're waiting for a decision on the maintenance side of things. Sorry, I just have If you're very much waiting for a decision on this maintenance, you might have lost your job. Poverty. A reduction in income. And they've taken their sweet time, in your eyes, to come to that decision. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, bang, they're going to do it. And you've got to the point where you think, there is no point. Why am I fighting this battle? Why do I keep telling you that I don't have the money to pay the child support. I don't have the money. I've taken a reduction in income. I've lost my job. I can't. And all of a sudden, the calculation is going to go through. It's that sort of, and the relief that you think, oh, finally, you've listened to what I've said. I've got my justice. The decision has finally gone in my favour. Or if you haven't had contact, you've been left out in the cold from the other partner. Maybe you're the mum and the dad has custody at the moment. And all you want is just to comfort your child, but you've been left out in the cold. You're going to be reinvigorated. You're going to have victory. It's going to fill you up. Yes, I finally get to see my child. I finally get to have them stay overnight. Finally, they've done the calculation and I can afford it, and it's not going to be held against me from the other side, because that inevitably, there is an element that, well, you haven't paid any child support, so why would I let you have contact? Which is not the way it should work, by the way. If you are the other person and you're thinking, I haven't had my child support, how is your child going to feel knowing that you stopped contact because of something as silly as money? I get that you need it to survive and to support the child. Trust me, I understand the importance of child support. But your child and their feeling and development and the relationship they have with their parents, both of you, is a huge imprint on that child. This is the time they suck it in and they see how you treat them. Something as silly as money should not stop contact. Love and time and knowing your family are much more important than money. They print more money every day. You can never get memories back. Anyway, you will get contact. If you are looking for contact, you're going to be successful in getting contact. If you're waiting for a child support decision, they're finally going to do it and it's going to go in your favour. And actually all those arrears that have probably been keeping you up at night, how am I going to pay it? They will be wiped out because it should be backdated to the date of the notification of the change. They're finally going to have got to your case. It might be that you had to take it to complaint level before it got there. Yeah. If you are going through a divorce separation, this might not have happened quite yet, but you're fully divorced. Don't know how to explain this. Depending on how you all are, this can go two ways. What's here? I mean, you've got the Three of Pentacles in reverse, which means it's the hard work. You're going to feel like your hard work was never or you're working for nothing. You feel like you've been working for nothing. Working to achieve what? What am I doing this for? It's not producing a foundation. It's not studying. Maybe you've thought about studying a course, and you've let it pass you by. Well, not pass you by, but the foundations just aren't there. If the love is still there, but the family dynamic isn't, as in how you relate to each other, there may have been a third party at some point. I'm getting that the third party, if there was a third party, they're not in the picture anymore. Whether that's you had another partner or they had another partner, they're not in the picture anymore. Then you could go to, this is the Hierophant, the Pope. Higher learning, Maester, if you will, if you're Game of Thrones-esque. You could potentially, if it's not all the way done, if it is all the way done, I'll get to that in a minute. If it's not all the way done, you could get counselling and try and work through what it was that broke and bring your family back together. Or even just some sort of advocacy. If you are done, then there is a more amicable way that this can be dealt with. If it's not a case of there is no foundation now, you have no foundation to base a conversation, then you can get an intermediary involved, a counsellor, an advocacy service. I don't know if Gingerbread is still running, but they are very good for separated families. Yeah, at least they were about 10 years ago. Within the agency, if you're going through child support or legal situations, they should be able to guide you towards an advocacy service for this sort of thing. Whether that's to mediate, having contact with your child and achieving this nice, it's not a nice situation, it's a horrific, torturous, painful situation to be in, and the detachment of a family. Two parents detaching themselves, it's not easy, and I don't envy you one slightest bit. But there is a way, there is somebody that can guide you. You can get advice on how to navigate this unknown territory, because it's terrifying for both of you. One of you is, you're having to balance parenting and custody and finances, and you've separated and you're trying to work out who has who for Christmas and how much of Christmas, and contact. And if there is a way that you can have relate, for example, relationship intimate, if you feel there are grounds to get back together, the third party is now gone, and you can reunite as a family, great. Do that. Get the counselling, get the help, get whatever you can just to bring your family back together, because you clearly, if you're even considering that, you clearly love the other person regardless of what went on. But if you're not, you need to have a child that is, if you have children, you have to have a situation where they thrive, mutual respect for the other parent, regardless of what money comes in or not. This is what is going to help that child thrive. And if you need to get advice on how to mediate that, do that. Because when your child looks back at this situation, what are they going to see? That you didn't provide a foundation for them, or that you worked together, you worked on it to try and make whatever it is work, whether that's getting back together, which may be that Ace of Cups victory, you get back together and successfully heal your relationship, or that you rose above the crap and the hurt feelings and you put that child first and you gave them a situation that they could thrive. And because they're thriving, it makes you happy. So the victory is that, yes, we've got through this without killing each other and damaging our child more than we have to. Because you've got to think that the child or children involved, that is their whole world. Their whole foundation is just gone. Gone. They're looking for guidance in how to deal with other people. You're teaching them how. This is a formative situation for years for them. You are teaching them how to deal with another person. somebody that you loved deeply enough to start a family with, and now you're not together. So you have to teach them how to detach in a healthy way and keep them thriving, and know that they are loved, and know that, you know, everything is going to be okay. They are loved. You will put them first. I mean, look, you loved that person at some point. You love them deeply. That child was born out of love. And maybe that's what you're worried about, that the child doesn't suffer. But there is going to be some moment where relief comes in. Whether that's getting back together, calculation that means that financially you're not out in the cold, or some event that changes, which means you can financially support your child again. You can pay those arrears off. You can give them what they need to the other parent, and then in turn that will build a foundation with them again, and you have mutual respect. It's quite beautiful in a way, sad, but the good thing is this is all good or bad, all happy, joy, nourishing light, sun, golden light. This is soul energy. Soul energy. Enhancing that child's soul path. I just hope it ends amicably for the child. I'm going to pull I was going to pull Wisdom of the Oracle. Let's go with Romance. Let's see what they have to tell us. Again, if this card doesn't resonate with you, Virgo, I'm really sorry. Go Romance Oracle card, please, for Virgo for the 15th of September. November, 15th of November to the 30th of November 2018, please. Can I have a Romance Angels Oracle card, please? There we go. Children. Your love life is being affected by children. I'm going to pull another one because I think that was pretty obvious that children were involved in this child maintenance / custody battle / divorce. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So maybe you still are feeling drawn to the person that you are separating from, detaching from, and you're both sort of realising that there is this little light of hope. And maybe you sit there having a, you know, a honest, frank conversation with them, and there's a moment, and that spark is, you think, should we? The one thing I would advise is, if you do, don't let the child know until you have both decided we're in it, and this is what's happening. Do not mess with that child's feelings. Don't leave them unbalanced. Do not leave them unbalanced. You are their foundation. You and their other parent are their foundation. Mother, father, whatever. Don't force it. Don't force if this is a reunion, this is what I'm getting from these cards, reunion. This is a reunion, do not force it. Do not. Just let it play. The more pressure you put on it, the more likely it is to break. So if you put the pressure of telling the child that you're back together and seeing each other, if you can get someone to babysit, just and have a night on your own together without them. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. No pressure. Just go out, have a good time together, reconnect with each other. Take it step by step. Give your relationship a chance is on the bottom. Work on your partnership. All these images, though, are two people on their own. Do not involve the child until you know that you are back on track and you are willing to move back in. Because all you'll do is unsettle them, set them off kilter. And if it doesn't work out, you know your child. If it doesn't work out, you're going to devastate them all over again. And probably more so because even the hope of them getting back together again is never going to happen, is it? Because you've already tried that. It's like Aquaria getting upset when they pulled the nobody gets evicted week and having that moment like, well, then there's no chance for me now, is there? There's no chance for my dream to be saved now. That was the Romance Angel Oracle cards. I will link that below. Virgo, it's a very messy situation. It's a very painful situation. I can't even begin to imagine how it feels to go through that. Two of Pentacles, balance and growth. That's what you need to work on. Balance. Is it fair on you? Is it fair on me? Is it fair on the kids? It's a very hard situation. I can't even begin to imagine putting my family through it. But what you need to remember is even if you aren't together anymore, you are still very much family. You are a family unit. Nothing will ever break that bond because there is a child involved. You are a family. So if you're not together and you bring a new partner into your child's life, again, that's a major change. Make sure that they are ready, that you as a couple are ready for that other person to take on that role and to help your child, support your child, adapt to that change. If you're serious and it's lifelong, introduce them to your ex-partner because they are still part of your family. Your ex, say you're the mum and you have a new partner that you've been seeing for a while and the child hasn't met yet, introduce them to your ex-husband, partner, girlfriend, wife now before they meet the child, because your ex-partner is also part of the situation, but they are an adult and they can work on their feelings and how that affects the dynamic between you two, but also they can help support that change of that person coming into your child's life. And hopefully, in the most positive outcome, all that means is that there is another person to love and support that child. There is a third person to love and support that child, to balance the workload of raising a child. What is it they say? It takes a village to raise a family. As long as you handle it with honesty and consideration of the other parties, that child, those children can thrive, can grow. It's about being a grown-up. Anyway, Virgo, if you're meant to be together, I hope that you can work on it and it works out for your benefit. If it doesn't, I hope that you can work out amicably. But most of all, I hope that any children involved are happy, healthy, and as unaffected as they can be by it. As long as love is the main thing that drives you all, I think you'll be good. Thank you so much for this watching this, Virgo. I really hope if it resonates, can you let me know below? I really hope it's a positive outcome for you though, because that's a tough life thing to go through and I don't envy you one bit, and I hope it's not too painful for anybody involved. If it didn't resonate, try out other signs in your chart. Thank you so much for watching, Virgo. I'm going to take a minute to process this. That's quite a heavy subject. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you soon. Love and light to everybody involved. Thank you for watching.